Welcome to Proving the Concept, the podcast where we dive into the weird, the wonderful, and the occasionally bizarre world of science and technology. I'm your host, Sarah Goffin, and today's episode is called In Your Cytes. This episode is all about the fascinating world of lymphocytes and cytokines, two major players in the immune system that influence everything from how we fight infections to how our bodies heal. We'll explore the intricate way these tiny but mighty molecules function, how they help keep us alive, and the surprising ways they impact our mental health, exercise performance, and even cancer treatments. And as always, we'll close out with the story of an inspiring female scientist, a researcher who shook up immunology with her groundbreaking danger model immune function. We've got a great show ahead, so grab a coffee, settle in, and let's get into this. Start with lymphocytes, one of the most important cell types in the immune system. These small but powerful white blood cells act like the special forces in your body, constantly scanning for pathogens, bacteria, viruses, and even rogue cancer cells. Lymphocytes come in three main types, each with their own unique missions. Number one, B cells. These are the antibody factories of your body. Once activated, they churn out antibodies, proteins designed to tag invaders for destruction, as well as many other things. T cells. These come in different varieties, but their main job is to hunt down infected cells and destroy them. Helper T cells also coordinate the immune response, acting like a general commanding an army. Natural killer or NK cells. These cells are a little different. Instead of waiting for orders, they roam your bloodstream on autopilot, searching for abnormal cells like cancerous ones and eliminating them on sight. So how do these different cells work? T cells, for example, develop in the thymus, a small gland near your heart, while B cells mature in the bone marrow itself. When your body encounters a pathogen, lymphocytes jump into action in a process called clonal expansion. They copy themselves like crazy to produce an army of immune cells specifically tailored to fight the particular invader. Here's where it gets even more interesting. B cells don't just produce antibodies randomly. They undergo something called somatic hypermutation, a process by which they intentionally introduce genetic mutations to make their antibodies even more effective at targeting a specific pathogen. It's like natural selection happening inside your own body in real time. And this adaptability is why vaccines work so well. By exposing your immune system to a harmless version of a pathogen, you train your lymphocytes to recognize and fight it off faster in the future. Your immune system isn't just a brute force attacker, it's smart. After an infection or vaccination, some lymphocytes turn into memory cells that persist in your body for decades, sometimes even a lifetime. That's why if you've had chickenpox as a kid, you're likely to be immune to it for the rest of your life. However, in some cases, boosters may be required. However, not all infections provide lifelong immunity. Viruses like influenza and COVID-19 mutate frequently, meaning your immune system might not recognize them next time around. Now that we understand lymphocytes, let's move on to their partners in crime, cytokines. Cytokines are the secret language of cells. Cytokines are the chemical messengers of the immune system. If lymphocytes are the soldiers, cytokines are the generals, relaying orders and coordinating immune responses. Cytokines are small proteins secreted by cells to influence immune function. They tell cells when to attack, when to retreat, when to multiply, and when to heal. Cytokines come in many forms, but the main categories include interleukins or ILs. These act like project managers, organising different aspects of the immune response. Interferons or IFNs. These specialise in fighting viruses. They warn nearby cells to put up their defences. Tumour necrosis factors or TNFs. These help regulate inflammation and can be crucial in fighting infections, but too much can be harmful. And growth factors. These help with wound healing and tissue repair. Cytokines are a big deal when it comes to inflammation. Inflammation isn't always bad. It's a natural part of the immune response that helps heal wounds and fight infections. But too much inflammation can cause problems. Chronic diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, even depression have been linked to overactive cytokine signalling. One of the more concerning aspects of cytokines is something called a cytokine storm. This happens when the immune system overreacts and floods the body with inflammatory signals. This is something that can be of great concern and has been seen in diseases like COVID-19, Ebola, and sepsis. Instead of just attacking the virus or bacteria, the immune system starts attacking healthy tissues, and that can lead to organ failure. So, as powerful as cytokines are, balance is crucial. Now, let's bring this home with some real-world applications of lymphocytes and cytokines. Number 1, exercise and your immune system. Did you know that exercise affects cytokine production? Moderate exercise helps boost anti-inflammatory cytokines, improving overall health. But extreme exercise, like running an ultra-marathon, can actually suppress your immune system. Number 2, the gut-immune connection. A huge proportion of your immune system, about 70%, resides in your gut. Your gut bacteria influence cytokine production, which in turn affects everything from digestion to mental health. Number 3, cancer immunotherapy. Immunotherapy is revolutionizing cancer treatment. Techniques like CAR T therapy involve modifying a patient's T cells to better recognize and attack tumors. Let's wrap things up with the incredible story of Dr. Polly Matzinga, an immunologist known for her danger model of immune response. Before she became a scientist, Dr. Matzinga worked as a carpenter, jazz musician, and even a shepherdess. Her unconventional background helped her think differently about immunology. Her danger model proposes that the immune system doesn't just distinguish between self and non-self, but instead reacts to damage or danger signals. This theory has transformed how we approach autoimmune diseases, cancer, and organ transplantation. She's been a bold voice in the scientific community, even challenging the male-dominated field of immunology with her innovative ideas. Her story is a reminder that thinking outside the box leads to breakthroughs. That's a wrap on In Your Cytes. We've covered lymphocytes, cytokines, immune memory, cytokine storms, and more. And of course, we celebrated the work of Dr. Polly Matzinga. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. Got a topic suggestion? Please reach out on social media or via Sarah with an H at concept-creatives.com. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep proving the concept.